Right, here we go for part 2 of the Devon and Exeter prem review. We'll go for Colleton Football Club. They were founded in 1911. They're 8th after 8 games this season, and they were 6th last season and 9th the season before. They won the Grandison Cup in 2009, 2010. Then they won the Grandison Cup in 2008, 2009 on penalties against Sidbury. Then they won the 1978-79 Grandison Cup against Otley St Mary. So I'll move on to Otley St Mary reserves. They were also founded in 1911. They are 9th after 9 games so far this season. They got promoted after finishing runners-up in Devon and Exeter Division 1 last season. And then they finished 9th in the Devon and Exeter Div 1 the season before. They were Grandison Cup runners-up in 2018-19 versus Kentisbeer. So yeah, I'll move on to Exeter Uni. They 10th so far this season. After 8 games, they're 3rd, 24-25, and then 7th, 23-24. Move on to St Martin's. They're 11th after 6 games this season, and then they finished 11th last season, and then got promoted by finishing runners-up in 23-24. We'll move on to Clyst Valley, founded in 1892. They are 12th so far this season, and they finished 4th, 24-25, and 5th, 23-24. They were Grandison Cup runners-up against the Pottery in 2014-15. And then they were Grandison Cup winners in 24-25 versus Sidmouth seconds. That was a very good game. I was at that game. Very good cup final. Then they were Morrison Bell winners in 1980-81 season versus the Rockbeer Rockets. I'll move on to Fennerton. It says they were founded in the 1920s. I'm not sure whenabouts to. They are 13th so far this season after 8 games. And then they finished 10th in 24-25. Then they finished 17th in the Devon Football League in 23-24. They were Goldsworthy Cup winners in 1974 versus Farway United. Then they won the Morrison Bells versus Beer Albion in 1994. Won the Morrison Bells in 2006 versus Sidmouth Town. Winners in 2013 versus Budley Salterton. And then the winners in 2014 versus a Pottery. They won the 1961 Grandison Cup versus Sidbury United. They won the 1962 Grandison Cup versus Limpstone. Then they won the 1998 Grandison Cup versus Offwell Rangers. Right then, last but not least, we've got a Pottery. They were founded in 1976. They are first this season after 10 games so far this season. Then they finished 7th last season and 4th the season before. They were Grandison Cup winners in 2015 versus Clyst Valley, in 2016 versus Sidmouth Town Reserves, and then versus Collerton in 2023. And then they're the East Devon Senior Cup winners in 23-24 versus Kenterspear, 0-0 in the game. They won 7-6 on penalties. So yeah, that's the Devon and Exeter Prem complete.